Hello guys, in this video we will talk about maps in Python. By maps what I mean is the map method or the map function in Python. I should say it is not Java to call it a method. So it is a function in Python, map. So first of all I'm going to discuss from the basics, that why do we need it, what's its use. I actually do not know what it is, right? So I'm going to just get some help from Python, write help and just type the argument as map, and I get some help when I run the code. So I am getting it that it is a class map and etc. I don't have to worry about it. I just want to know what are the parameters. So if you see map, the parameters that are passed are function and some iterables. So see, by iterables, you know what is a function, right? We have to define a function. The iterable means it can be a list, it can be a tuple or anything like that, set, array or anything. So let us say we have a list. So we want to know what a map is. So for that we need a function, as they say, and iterable. So I'll call that function, let us say func, and we'll pass a parameter called n. So func, not that. So after that I'm just going to return something easy like n raised to 2. That's a really easy function to understand. So after that what I'm going to do is, see, I got a function as parameter. I want a list as well to get a map. So let us call it my list, and let it contain some easy numbers, like I'll just go from 1 to 0. And after that I simply, okay, hold on, there are two commas, that's why I was getting those red lines. So now we just need to type a map. That is, we have a function, we have a table. Now let us just define a map. So let us call it my map equals to a map. Hold on, not why did I get those commas? So map. So if you see, Python is already suggesting us that we need a function and a table. So our function is func, and in map actually remember, we are passing a function as a argument. So whenever you pass a function as argument in map, you don't have to use these round brackets, so just get rid of them. You pass the function func as the parameter, and this func and this func are same. This is just a coincidence, it's not necessary actually. It can be, this name of this function can be anything. So we got the function and we need the iterable, which is my list in this case, and that's all. Now let's run this code. Actually not run this code, it will not do anything because I didn't print it out. So let us print out my map and see what does it do. And if I run this code, see, it is printing out something weird like this, like it is printing out map object at this address, right? We don't need this, so it means that it is an object. I don't need that. What I want is a list. So why do I need a list? That's what map does actually. I'll explain it to you all after I get the output. So let us convert it into a list. To convert this whole object, so if you guys are aware, this is object. It is already saying as a map object. So just pass this object to a list. So we are basically typecasting it to a list. So list, and then in round brackets we are passing an object, which is a map. So now let us run this code. And actually this name should be my maps list now, but it is fine. I know you guys understand that much. So if you guys see now, we have this original list which contains elements from 1 to 0, and this list has elements. If you guys see it closely, it is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, and so on. And our func, what does our func do? It basically squares the element that is entered into it. Now let us see what does this function map do. So what does it do? We have this list, my list. What does this do? It passes, or it traverses through each and every element of this list. That is, it will go to 1, it will go to 2, it will go to 3, and it will apply this func to that thing. So basically what it will do, whatever element will have at first, it will pass in the argument as, basically it will be func of 1, func of 2, func of 3, func of 4, and so on. And then it will return an object which is a map. And when we convert it into a list, we'll get that list which will contain the answer outputted. So basically we'll get the list, we'll apply this function to the whole list. That's what it does do. So this is all about it actually. There's nothing more to explain. One more important usage of this map is, whenever you want to take input in spaces and you want to convert them into an integer or a string. That is going to be an interesting video. That is going to be the next video. So that's all from my side. You can subscribe to our channel to get updates regarding new videos. That's all. Stay tuned and keep learning. Thank you for watching.